Hey folks, it's Phil from ClevelandMoto, and we got a fresh trade in at the shop, and I got to tell you, this is one of the best days when we have a fresh trade in, and it's a bike I absolutely love. This is the Zero SRS, and this is the premium. That means heated grips and the double chargers. So we got 6 kilowatts of charging on board. This bike has had very, very few miles put on it, and this is the SRS. The SRS has the longer seat, the lower, more comfortable pegs, a little bit of a higher handlebar, and this fantastic front fairing. So this front fairing gives you about, they said, 13% better range due to the increased aero, to the advanced aerodynamics of that front fairing. So we'll go out for a little ride on the bike. So just came into the shop. We just did firmware updates on the bike. These are a load of fun. They're so much fun. And, I went ahead and I did our ClevelandMoto mode. That's always fun. We like that. This bike is a very, very easy bike to ride because from the factory you get Bosch motorcycle stability control. That's ABS in the corners, that's ABS and traction control all over the place all the time. So it is a very, very easy bike to ride. It is a very safe bike to ride because as the consumer, you can go ahead and you can dial up as much or as little power as you want, which is super cool. Let me go ahead and adjust these mirrors. Mirrors on this bike are some of my absolute favorites because they are, in fact, magic mirrors. You look over your hands, but the mirrors see under your hands. So you get an unobstructed view to the rear of your mirrors. It's really, really cool. It's an excellent system. I really like it. The Zero motorcycles, in case you haven't ridden these, these come off the lot at around 25 grand, give or take, right? And they are not cheap. It is not an inexpensive motorcycle, okay? It is an expensive bike. And because of that, they become very desirable in the used market. In the used market, a bike like this would be a highly sought-after item, especially in, this sort of trim, the premium package with the heated grips, and also having, only 3,000 some odd miles on it, right? So having only 3,000 some odd miles on the bike really makes the bike desirable, right? 3,091 miles. Now, on these bikes, you can take a look and you can see, all of your data is all right here. Everything you need to know about the bike, state of charge is right there. You know what your range is at different speeds. And that does calculate, so it does figure it out, and it does tell you, okay, at this speed you have this range, or at this speed you have that range. So pretty handy, very easy thing to live with. This whole area right here, the top of the bike, is called a frunk, the front trunk, and it's pretty big. You can easily get, a 6-pack of pounders in there, right? No problem at all. So that's nice, and that's on board. And your level 2 charging is right here. So this bike does have on board 2 3-kilowatt chargers, which makes the bike very, very easy to put electricity into. You're going to get about an hour charging time. So if you come into this, you come in to fill up and you're at one of these, 6-kilowatt chargers, something a little spicier, you're going to be able to charge this bike up in about an hour, which is very, very convenient. Plus, you can just charge it overnight in your house, and there goes an electric bicycle. Well, I don't know what that is. It doesn't have a license plate. So as we're seeing more and more of the electric vehicles, stuff like this is more present out there, and it's so much fun. And I mean, this thing is a blast. So much fun. Now, you can change modes. This has 5 normal modes, 5 running modes, and you can do 10 customs. So you can go through here. It has eco, it has rain, it's got a sport mode, Standard mode is the one that we're in right now. Changing the modes is super simple. You press the mode button in and then toggle left or right. You can go into whichever mode you want. Eco, Rain. ClevelandMoto mode is our everything on mode. And then, sport mode. And then basically you can do that anytime you're coasting or anytime you are stopped. So you can change the modes just whenever the heck you want. There's absolutely no special rules about when you can and can't change modes. It's a very, very easy thing to do. Now, the Zeros themselves, the first version of this new platform was called the SRF, and that's the Street Fighter. This is the SRS, which is this kind of sport or sport touring bike. And then now there's the DSRX, right? And so what that is that's kind of this bike on stilts. It's the adventure bike version of the SRF or SRS. And so there's 3 different ways that you can buy this particular platform. And, with Zero, they tried doing a paywall where you had, a bunch of features that you can unlock by spending some money. And it really the customers didn't like it. People really, really came out against that. And so they decided to unlock it completely. And they've gone ahead and they have now said, all right, so now everybody can have everything. And they can. And so you can get all the stuff.